So this is a look at the display of the effects of biodiversity on the pork puff. Our creature is the pork puff. This is just a little picture. And a little bit about the pork puff. It mainly feeds on insects and plants. It has large eyes to spot its small prey and to detect predators. It uses its flaps to fly away from predators and to dig its burrows. It has a heavy coat of fur to help keep them warm through the winter. It has an average lifespan of 6 years, and the average female has 16 to 24 offspring in its lifetime. They inhabit the taiga, which is the largest biome in the world. It's cold and snowy all year and has an average of 23 to 37.4 degrees Fahrenheit temperature. It's home to a variety of trees and animals. This is some of its trees. The pine trees, birches, and firs are all very important to the pork puff because they supply them with not only a place for them to hunt for their prey, but for a place to hide from predators. The gray wolves is one of the main predators of the pork puff. They hunt in packs and they circle to target the weak and the young. The northern hawk owl is another predator. It uses its fast flight to swoop down on prey and uses its excellent hearing to catch unseen animals that hide underneath the snow. And another animal that they interact with is the vole, which competes with the pork puff for food and habitat. Both animals eat grass and plants in the area, and both animals also burrow for shelter.
Scenario 3 involves the addition of the flying squirrel, an invasive species, to the taiga, which is our pork puff's habitat. The flying squirrel is capable of eating both plants and animals. Over time, it starts to wipe out bird and pine tree population, causing massive changes to taiga. As the bird and pine tree population begin to fall, shock waves start to hit every level of the food web, starting with the lowest levels and eventually reaching the top. The few amount of pine trees are going to cause great issues for smaller animals, like regular squirrels, pork puffs, and chipmunks. These animals use pine trees to look for food and or hide out from predators. The lack of coverage will leave these smaller animals more susceptible to being attacked and eaten. Also, the decimation of smaller bird population is going to leave bigger birds in the area, such as hawks, with less food. As the population of smaller prey begin to diminish, there will be less food for predators higher up on the food web, like foxes and lynxes, which in turn will begin to decrease their population. The damaging effects of the flying squirrel will eventually reach the upper levels of the food web and will greatly impact the food sources of wolves and bears.